Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis for big mega cap stocks. So show your support by hitting that thumbs up button and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, consider subscribing and that means a lot to me. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, my analysis in 3 days of live trading, definitely check out the Patreon and that link will be down below in the description. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple, stock is down 2.46%. Now I talked about it last night in my video that whenever you see a big name like Apple breaking below a critical support, what's going to happen? It's going to make a new low. And look at what happened. This was previous low and now today coming down, filling this gap completely 167 going under and now closing close to 167. Now we do have support down here 166 to 167. That is a strong support on Apple, and soon as that gives up, then there could be more pain on Apple stock all the way down to 158.49. This gap down here, now it's getting really oversold, and also now it's under daily 200-day moving average. So I would not be surprised to see a bounce back up to 170 early as tomorrow. And if that happens, that's going to be a big resistance to break, because now we do have daily 200-day moving average right here sitting at 170. So Apple now critical support 166 to 167 and big resistance right here 170. Only if that breaks, you're going to see 171.46 and then 173. Below this support down here, definitely Apple coming down here to fill this gap also at 158.49. And here's my X account, and if you're on there, definitely give me a follow. Now what is happening behind the scene? Are we actually crashing and nobody's buying? I don't think so. If you look at my screen, we got HYG, smart money down here, and dumb money on top, S&P 500. And what do you see? S&P 500 making lower lows and smart money here making lower highs. And that means one thing, even HYG today was green on the day. And that means one thing, guys, a rally could be just right around the corner. We just can't see it because especially retail traders, investors, all we do is panic. Sell everything, run, market crashing. And guess what? They're loading up the boat down here. You can see, even today, HYG, and I'll have a look at it. I think it's green on the day. Now, market came down. So what? You can still make money. And look at some of these trades that I took and I shared with my Patreon group. Now, this one, if you look at my screen, 293, where I shorted Meta. And what happened, guys? Look at this. Put strike 280. Meta ending up at 279. And then we saw a bounce, but this was early in the morning. And before that, I don't have it here, I called it out before market even opened that I'm buying this at opening. So you cannot miss this out. You cannot mess this up. If you're not buying at the right time, market is all about timing, and if you're not doing it at the same time, you're not going to make any money. This was another one right here, and this one, if you look at my screen, was a great opportunity for especially people with smaller accounts to grow and make some money today. Now SPY at 410, 411, and that is the expected move for this week. Grab 425 calls. November 6th expiration. Not now, wait for it. It came down to 411. Not quite all the way down to 411, but it was there. It was only for $1. And then what happened? We saw SPY going up to almost 416. From $1 that I bought, it went up to almost $1.70. So that was almost 70% right there within just a couple of minutes. I think it was like 30 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes. And then what happened? Explosion right here, guys. I mean, this is massive. I mean, within just a couple of minutes, going up to 60, 70%. this was a really nice trade. Without shorting it, you can still make money if you buy it at the right time. Now, these plays that I take every day, you can get these also, and you can support my channel. And that's the only way to join the VIP tier on my Patreon, and then you get all the access to my trades, and especially 3 days of live trading. On Tesla is down 3.14%, and the only support now holding that is 200. Now to the upside, now Tesla needs to break 312, and then we got daily 200-day moving average sitting at 214. That also needs to break, and only if that holds 214 to 212, you're going to see a quick reversal here on Tesla back up to the upside all the way up to 236. 13 SMA on this daily chart, this orange line, and then the gap above 242. Now 200, that's gonna be your line in the sand right here on Tesla, and if that gives up, things can turn really ugly here on Tesla, and we could see a lot more selling, at least down to, I would say, 196 or even lower. On Google, stock is down 1.93%, and look at what happened here on Google, guys. I mean, 122, and we talked about it last night, how Google can come down here, and you could see a reversal or at least a bounce from here, and this is exactly what we got today. After hitting 122.32, we saw a pop here on Google, back up to the upside. At least this thing bounced $2 on the day, and if you're day trading, that is a lot of money for this bounce here on Google stock, because if you're shorting right here, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, where to short right here? It's trading below lower Bollinger Band, which is sitting at 127.22, getting extremely oversold, and you're shorting here, so that is not a good idea. But if you caught that dip right here, anywhere from 123 to 122.32, that was a nice dip for a nice, quick maybe 20-30% if you got some calls for this Friday. Now tomorrow, guys, it's holding 123, right? And just below that we have a gap 121.30. So watch out for this support to hold 123. If not, it could be coming down here to fill this gap 121.30. To the upside, there is a gap on top, so watch out for a move and a possibly retracement back up to 126, 127 to retrace and fill this gap and retrace lower Bollinger Band right here on top on Google stock. So watch this support 123 and then the gap below 121.30. And if there is more selling tomorrow, then watch out for this gap 118.23. On Meta, it's down 3.73%, and now it's down again almost 1%, down to 286. So now that Meta below 290, that opens the door to possibly come down here close to 276, and we could see that here on Meta. We saw a multi-day sell-off on Google, and this is nothing new, guys. Whenever you see a big sell-off on a stock like Meta, I mean, look at Tesla, still selling off, right? So this one, I think tomorrow, if the sell-off continues, and this is a high volume selling we haven't seen in a long time. I mean, look at this. Lots of volume right here. So tomorrow, any levels you're watching on Meta, that would be 276 as a support to the upside. And I know why we got a bounce today. It was getting really oversold. I mean, look at this. Bollinger Band here on bottom sitting at 292 almost, and the stock was trading at 279. And this is why this thing paid. I mean, look at this massive dump off right at opening. 13 bucks gone within just minutes. All the way down to 279.40, and then we saw some buying, came back up again, getting rejected. Actually came back up to 293 multiple times, and then finally getting under 290, getting rejected. So this is gonna be a key level to watch, 276, and to the upside, it needs to get above 290, and only if that happens, there is a chance Meta can come up here to close this gap to 98.84. On Microsoft, is down 3.75% and barely holding 20 SMA as a support into closing 327. And look at this bearish engulfing candle. I mean, this is a huge red candle, guys. So you cannot ignore the fact that even with some good earnings, this thing getting decimated. So tomorrow, 327 will be key level, and if that gives up down here 322, this trend line, this support that is holding for multiple days now, we could be retesting again 322. And if somehow that also gives up, then watch out for 316 to the upside. Now Microsoft needs to break 330, and only if that happens, you're going to see a quick trip back up to 339. But I don't see that happening tomorrow, especially when I look at this big bearish engulfing candle here on this daily chart. On Nvidia, stock is down 3.5%, and Nvidia getting down to my target 400 and almost touching 395 today. So people that are subscribed to my channel, you already know my prediction on Nvidia. It's coming down here, and that could be possible with the earnings coming next month from Nvidia. So going into tomorrow, guys, I mean, we broke all the levels. Neckline broke also on Nvidia. Now, if there is a move back up to the upside, it's gonna be a dead cat bounce. Watch out for a move and the resistance to break around 407 to 406 right here. And only if that happens, and you saw it today, rejection from my video last night, 420, a big rejection this morning. This thing popped and then got decimated all the way down to 398.80. So above 406, 407, you could see a pop back up to 420. And I think that is it for Nvidia for tomorrow. To the downside, 400 will be a big level of support, and if that gives up early as tomorrow, you could see Nvidia filling this gap finally at 395, and that could be coming very soon, guys. So keep an eye on Nvidia. This thing going down, and that is for sure. It's just a matter of time, and Nvidia will be down here to close this massive earnings gap at 306.07. On Netflix is down 1.87%, nothing big on Netflix. And look at this, guys. Again, just above 400 is holding. So now this is going to be key level to watch for 100. And only if that gives up, you can possibly look for a support down here around 395. To the upside, 406 can break on Netflix. Then watch out for a move. Bollinger Band on top already expanding. So definitely above 406, this thing heading higher back up to 418. On AMD, it's down over 2%, and looks like finally AMD making a big move down here to this support, $89. And I've been calling it out for a long time, but then we got this fake breakout on AMD, and it was holding up until now. This inverse head and shoulder also did not play out, and looks like now it's coming down here to $89. Now to the upside, if there is a dead cat bounce, watch out for the resistance at 95, and above that $98, and then 100. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.